Acer has just announced two new gaming laptops, the Triton 500 SE and the Helios 500 is making a return. Let's start out with the Helios 500 as I'm more interested in that. I last reviewed the Helios 500 in 2018, so almost 3 years ago now, and at that time it had both Intel and AMD Ryzen desktop CPU options. The new 17-inch Helios 500 appears to be an Intel model with up to an overclockable 11th gen i9 processor, so probably the 11900HK, as well as up to RTX 3080 graphics and 64 gigs of memory. Unfortunately, I don't have any internal shots at the moment, but I have been told that there are two M.2 slots as well as a hard drive bay, which is an interesting choice and not something that I've seen for about a year now. And that's just simply because they usually come at the expense of a smaller battery. Plus, two M.2 SSDs is usually plenty for most people. It's got a 17-inch 4K 120Hz mini LED display option with HDR 1000 support, so it must get super bright. But there's also a 1080p 360Hz option too, if refresh rate is your priority. The design definitely looks more modern compared to the older Helios 500, and it looks like Acer are joining the RGB gang by including light bars on the front and sides of the laptop, and possibly the back as well. It looks like we've got 3.5mm mic and headphone jacks on the right, two USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, 2.5GB Ethernet, and an air exhaust and Kensington lock. The left side has two USB Type-C Thunderbolt 4 ports, a third USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A port, as well as HDMI 2.1 and mini DisplayPort 1.4 outputs. So pretty much all the modern I/O you could ask for. Based on this picture, the power input is on the back, which is where recent Acer gaming laptops have had it, though it looks like two connection points, so not sure what that's about. It's not powerful enough to demand two power bricks. Of course, there's an RGB keyboard, and it looks like the touchpad might be trimmed with either lighting or just a color. And it's got Acer's classic turbo button for a one-click overclock and fan speed boost. Next up is the Predator Triton 500 Special Edition, or SE. Now, the Triton 500 has been around for a while now, but now we get a special edition that looks similar to the Triton 300 SE. Differences being the Triton 300 is 14 inches, while the Triton 500 is 15. The design aesthetic looks similar. It's cleaner and less gamer looking, I suppose. Just a clean silver metal finish. Acer have gotten on board the 16-inch 16x10 screen tray. There's a 165Hz IPS panel option, which I'm guessing is probably the same one we saw in the Lenovo Legion 5 Pro and Legion 7, but there's also a 165Hz mini LED screen and a 240Hz IPS option, so plenty of choice. This one is also Intel 11th gen powered with up to i9 processor, up to NVIDIA RTX 3080 graphics, 64 gigs of RAM, and up to 4TB of PCIe 4 storage, all while being under 2cm thick. Acer are claiming up to 12 hours of battery life, but I never personally believe those sorts of statements. We'll just have to wait for when one comes in for review so I can test it out myself, so make sure you're subscribed for that. It's got advanced Optimus, so it should be possible to boost gaming performance without the requirement of rebooting the system to swap between Optimus on and Optimus off. Plus, we still get the benefits of Optimus, such as better battery life. Compared to the Helios 500 previously, this one definitely flies under the radar more and could be used as a gaming laptop or taken into the office. Plus, it looks like we've got an SD card slot on the right too. The right also has a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A port, Type-C Thunderbolt 4 with DisplayPort, and HDMI. The left side has the power input, 2.5GB Ethernet, and another USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A and Type-C Thunderbolt 4 port on this side too, followed by 3.5mm audio combo jack. There's a fingerprint scanner in the touchpad, an RGB keyboard with air vents above, and this one also has the turbo button for boosting fan speed and overclocking. Both the Helios 500 and Triton 500 SE are meant to launch here in Australia in late Q3 to early Q4, but Australia usually gets stuff later than the rest of the world, so I wouldn't be surprised to find out if other regions like the US get it a bit sooner. Unfortunately, pricing hasn't been made available to me yet, but Acer are running a live stream after I'm recording this video, but before I publish it. Time travel magic. Anyway, you can check out their live stream over here if you want more information on all of their new models. But before you go, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for all of my upcoming reviews on these upcoming laptops.